Crystal Palace nil, Arsenal 2. Yes, people, why football? And Arsenal start off their Premier League 2022-2023 season with an emphatic professional victory against Palace at Selhurst Park. I'm buzzing. I'm not going to lie to you, even though we had a brilliant pre-season, I wasn't very confident going into this game. I know what Palace are like. They're a tough side. We crumbled here last season, but this was a professional performance. At times we played beautiful football. At times we defended with numbers. We showed all facets of our game today, and we came away with 3 massive points to kick off the Premier League season. As always, let me know your thoughts of the match in the comment section down below, and subscribe if you love Arsenal and football related content, as that is what I deliver on this channel. This game, to kick off, we started brilliant. I always thought the first 5 minutes will dictate how this game goes. And we started on the front foot. We were aggressive. We were winning every 50-50. We eventually did get a goal. Just before that, we had some brilliant link-up play with Jesus. Just about to score, and it falls to Martinelli, but he just dragged it wide. But at least he shot. I like the way he was taking the chances. Then we did score a set-piece routine. Beautiful floated ball into the back post. Zinchenko heads it back across goal. And there's Martinelli to head it into the back of the net to make it 1-0. And that was brilliant. More than what we deserved. We were on the front foot to start the game. Palace tried to come back at us, to be fair to them, especially since the goal had a couple of good chances in their barrage, but we dealt with it well, especially due to my man, William Saliba. How much have Arsenal fans bigged this guy up? And rightly so, outstanding centre-back today. Clean tackles, left, right, centre, commanding with the ball at his feet, commanding slide tackling, standing tackling, a complete centre-back. Really impressed me to start with his Arsenal debut today, and impressed Carragher and Gary Neville as well. One player I'm going to touch on though is the captain, Martin Odegaard. In a good performance like this, I don't really like to nitpick, but the man just doesn't shoot. His controller does not have a circle button or a B button if you're on Xbox. Odegaard refuses to shoot. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether he's not confident in his shot or he thinks his passing's better than his shooting, but he refuses to take a shot. I can't believe it. There was a couple times where he's through and then he just doesn't shoot. He fakes shots or tries to pass it. Please shoot the ball, Odegaard, man. You've got quality. You're one of the best technically gifted players at this football club. At set pieces, you always shoot. Why in open play situations are you not shooting the ball? I don't get it. Arteta, talk to the man. He's your captain. You need to shoot the ball. We're not going to be mad at you if you miss, but I'm going to be mad if you don't take the shot. That for me is unacceptable. I can accept players missing. You're not going to score every chance you get, but I can't accept players not having the kind of cojones to take the shot in the first place. That is what really annoyed me about Odegaard today. But other than that, good all-round performance from the players. It's just that little nitpick from Odegaard I wasn't a fan of. Jesus, in the first half, brilliant. Wriggling away from players, using his body well. Loved it. Second half, kind of fizzled out. It wasn't just him. Martinelli fizzled out as well. The whole team just kind of lost their way a bit in the second half because it was a barrage of Palace attacks that we did deal with well overall. I'd say a big thing for us though is the way we were compact and the way we defended as a unit and defended as a team. And it was worrying because we picked up a few yellow cards, man. Ben White was in the book early. Xhaka was in the book before him. I thought there was a chance we could maybe see a couple of reds here, but we dealt with it well. Both those players, they defended well ever since they got their bookings, and that was brilliant to see from this football club. I'd say though, moving forward now, this was a tough game. It's a monkey off our back. We're going to play Leicester. Not going to be as tough a game for me. Look, at home, I back Arsenal at home, and home's about putting in a performance. Today, I'm not going to lie, even if we won 1-0 and it was scraping the whole performance, I wouldn't have minded. Away games are purely about the result. I'm not there to see some beautiful football. Obviously, it's a bonus, but for me, away games just come out the place with a victory. That's all I care about. 1-0, 2-0, you can score a tap-in, a 60-yard screamer. It don't matter, just win the game, and that's exactly what we did. I want to see a good performance or better performance next week against Leicester, even though performance today was decent overall. Let's get into the player ratings now. In goal, Aaron Ramsdale, give him an 8.5 out of 10. I'm not going to give him a 9 because he spilled a couple of balls, but he did secure it afterwards and he made a brilliant save. 2 brilliant saves. One against Edouard in the first half and another one against, I think it was Eze in the second half. Brilliant saves from him. Right back, Ben White. Obviously not his main position, but the geezer did the job. I can't complain whatsoever about Ben White. I'm going to give him a 8 out of 10. He was getting rinsed a little bit by Zaha, but he stood up to him. A couple of times he got taken back. Saliba cleaned up for him. Moving on to Saliba, 9 out of 10 for me. Almost a 10 out of 10, just because I don't like giving 10s because it means there's no room for improvement when I always believe there is. But as close as you can get, swept up everything. When Ben White was getting beaten, he was there to clean up. Outstanding performance from Saliba today, man. Really showed himself and announced himself on the Premier League stage, because the loan served him well because he was big time today. Next to him, Gabriel. Saliba outshone Gabriel, but Gabriel still had a decent game. I'll give him an 8 out of 10. Left back Zinchenko, also an 8 out of 10. Got the assist for the goal. Towards the second half, he lost his stamina a bit and was getting rinsed. But for the most part, he did his job, and that's exactly what we needed. Moving into the middle, Partey, a rock in front of that team. Absolutely loved his performance today. 8 out of 10 for me. Did his job squarely in the centre of the park to pick up pieces, recycle the ball. Exactly what we needed him to do. Next door, Granit Xhaka also played a brilliant performance today. Give him a 8.5 out of 10. Got his yellow card early, which I was worried about, but he was composed, man. So I like to see, because I know a lot of Arsenal fans were thinking that first yellow, the keys, it's a matter of when he gets that second yellow, not a matter of if. But he held himself together well, played a resolute, diligent performance, and came out not only with the victory, but him staying on the pitch. No suspension for Granit Xhaka. Moving into the attackers, Saka scored / didn't, but you have to shoot to score, and at the end of the day, he did that. I'm going to give Saka an 8.5 out of 10. Like to see him take on players a little bit more, man. A couple times he was one-on-one, he was taking him on, but he passed it rather than fully committing to the take on. I like to see Saka do that. I back his skills. I know what he's capable of in one-on-one positions. Next door to him, Ødegaard, 7 out of 10 for me. Good times passing the ball, but the geezer just doesn't shoot, and that's just unforgivable for me, man. You can't not shoot as an attacking player. You have to. Miss or make, you shoot the ball, man. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you agree with me and think Ødegaard needs to actually shoot the ball more. Left wing, Martinelli scored the goal, so for me, that's automatically an 8 out of 10. Kind of didn't really do much after he did score, but he scored, and that's exactly what we needed, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered, and why he gets an 8 out of 10. And Gabriel Jesus up front, I'm going to give a 8.5 out of 10. Brilliant start to the game. Brilliant. Turning players left, right, centre. In the second half, he kind of became redundant. Palace were all over us, but the main thing is the geezer did his job, did exactly what he needed to do in the first half, wriggled away from players, and that's exactly what we needed. The subs coming onto the pitch, and Nketiah came on, decent shift, worked his butt off. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. In terms of the other subs, who else was there? Lokonga barely came on. I'm not really going to rate him. Didn't have much to do. Tierney came on, played decent. I'm going to give him a 7.5 out of 10. And the rest of the subs didn't really have much time to even tie their shoelaces. But overall, it's a decent 3 points. Exactly what we needed to start the season. I mean, this game would have gone one or two ways. I know we're a capable team of reaching this top 4. I know it. I know Arsenal are. We've got the players on the pitch. And I had no doubt that we can beat teams like Palace. It's just whether we can put up with the fight that Palace is going to give. Their fans are going to be up for it. A Friday night at Selhurst Park. We dealt with it beautifully today, and that's a great sign heading into the season. That'll be a lot of confidence for the boys. It will be a long 38-game season with a perfect start by Arsenal. Let me know your thoughts of the game in the comment section down below. And if you're new around here, you know exactly what to do. Subscribe on my road to 1,000 subscribers. I've been Football, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you in the next one.